before we come up with a not only because some efforts have been put in and we have these two luminaries with us, but I am personally convinced that if there is a game changer, we use the word very loosely nowadays, but if there is something called as a game changer, it is NIELIT and ICAR. Listen to them carefully, hear them out, and most importantly, don't leave it at the podcast or listening to it. Actively approach them, visit the campus, and seriously explore the opportunities of attending to those courses and training programs that these two premier institutes have to offer. Thank you.
AI is not just a technology, it's a revolution, said by Jensen Huang. I welcome with warm greetings to everyone present here and all the viewers tuning in. I am Imsern Laay Longkamer and I'll be moderating today's podcast. Today we have a very special guest, a distinguished personality, none other than Sir L. Lanuapang, the Director of NIELIT, National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology. Sir, thank you, sir, for gracing us with your presence today. Over to you.
Thank you for this privilege and honor. Brigadier Sandamu and the Colonel and all the officers. I always love to talk and interact with the young people, young minds, because you are the future of the state and for the nation. And indeed, I'm really glad that whatever small knowledge that I have, I want to share with all of you, and whatever question that from the audience or from the MC that host, I'm willing to answer all these things and look forward for the interactive session. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, sir. We are honored to have you. To begin with, sir, let's go back to the beginning of your journey. With over 21 years of experience in this field, you have seen a lot of changes, growth in the education and tech landscape. So then, how initially did you start this, and what was your journey at the beginning?
Well, frankly speaking, I want to be a doctor, but I landed to be an engineer. So the destiny, this wherever it's not up to us, but maybe it's a God's will, so I accept it. And in fact, when we appeared for the, what do you call the joint entrance exam in Nagaland, mathematics was really scary for me from the school days as well. Because especially for Naga people, we have fear of STEAM, science, technology, and mathematics. That is in our blood actually, Naga especially. Youngsters, the trains are changing now, but that was a trend that is happening. So I started my journey so whenever I have to go for engineering, I got a civil engineering background, but I said, hey, why not I go for a computer science and engineering. That time, people think that I'm a fool. And indeed, because during that time, most of the people are offering for civil engineering. And I said, I want to go for computer engineering. So my parents said, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure. So maybe I think that was my turning point, and I took a right decision, because if you see the things in the world, technology is driving the entire system. You just name it, anything, any sector, be it from the personal life to the office automation to the technology research level, technology is the driver. And I'm so glad that I'm a part of that in this particular, where I need to, skilling as well as imparting education in this technology. Over the past 21 years, there have been transformation like anything. If you see the change in technology, for ourselves, we also need to be equally changed in time, in rhythm with the changes that is taking place. So if you see, those were the days where, when we started the engineering, now there was hardly any computer. Only 4 or 5 people were using in one system in our college during those days, right? But nowadays, everything is in your hand. The world is in your hand. The technology is in your hand. right? So these are things that have changes. Even the way the people learn, it is now interactive learning. The career, different opportunities are available for the young people, irrespective of different background. So I think there's a tremendous changes which I've seen in the last 21 years of my journey.
So, sir, as you have mentioned that there is changes in the past 21 years of your journey, so we can also see that many young people are aware of the jobs being taken over by AI, sir. So what would you tell them, and how to tell them to stay relevant and not be obsolete by it?
So when it's come to transformation and changes, there's a fear in the minds of, it's a natural tendency as a human being, right? If you just look back years back, so many years back, when the first computer was introduced in the railway, right? They were a hue and cry, right? They will take away our job, right? What we are going to do, the strike and things were going on. But today, that has become a normalized, right? So whenever the change comes, there is some resistance, there's a fear. That is very normal. The same thing with coming up of this artificial technology, we thought that this AI is a future. It is a future, but it is with the present as well. I'll ask you, all of you, how many of you are using a ChatGPT? All of us. Gemini, Copilot, you just name it, anything, right? Now, yes, definitely AI takes away a job. But at the same time, it creates a manifold, multifold new jobs, avenues that is being created. As per World Economic Forum, by 2030, they are saying that 92 millions of jobs will be displaced, whereas 172 new jobs will be created. Right? So that shows that the type of job will change. Right? The repetition work, like for example, data entry operator, the clerk, the assistants, the typewriter, this work will completely vanish. Right? But whereas a new job, for example, like I'm talking about the drone technology, like drone operator, drone technician, for example, a digital content writer, right? And using that particular AI tools, even a non-tech people belonging from arts, humanities, AI is an amplifier. AI is not taking away job, but it is an amplifier. It enhances your creativity, right? It enhances your output. So I think yes, the normal jobs will be displaced. That's for sure. So the only way out is to skill ourselves, right? So Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, he said that the future is to learning how to learn. The future skill is the learning how to learn. He says like that. So the continuous learning, the new technology that is coming out in our ways, we need to adapt that. That is very, very important. Irrespective of whether you are the students, whether you are the professionals, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're in different professions. So yes, indeed, AI will take away a job, but it will create much more double job than what we expected.
Yes, sir. Sir, then, how can we learn more about AI? What are the government website or links? If possible, could you please spell it out so that it can be easily accessible to us?
See, the best part of that you guys are living in today, the information, the knowledge is in your hand. This Microsoft CEO has said that if you type poor, it is your mistake. If you born, I'll just repeat that. See, if you born poor, it is not your mistake. But if you type poor, it is your mistake because information and learning is free. Right? That says that the information, a lot of digital learning platform is available with you at your hands, right? Now NIELIT, I just want to emphasize a little bit of NIELIT because maybe I thought she'll ask me about the NIELIT first, but See, NIELIT is under National Institute of Electronics and IT, and it is under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. Our mandate is to carry out skilling, capacity building in the area of information, communication, electronics and technology, as well as the emerging technologies. And NIELIT is, we have 58 locations across the country. Where in Nagaland we have 3 locations, one in Dimapur, one in Kohima, one in Chuchimlang. And we have around 20 study centers across the colleges in Nagaland. Now, see, as I said, NIELIT is the only institution in the country where we are offering starting from the digital literacy course to the research level. That is a uniqueness of the NIELIT. That is one aspect, right? So skilling in the sense, we do a lot of outreach programs, skilling programs starting from digital literacy program to, if you see, name it, graphic designing, multimedia, AI, cloud computing, semiconductor, quantum computing, blockchain, you just name any technology that is being offered by the NIELIT, right? Now, that is, so we offer such kind of courses in physical mode as well as online mode. Now, in the last year, we have created a NIELIT digital platform wherein we want to democratize the learning of AI. And it is happening because AI tools, it's with all of us, right? Now, under this platform, we have come out, if I will request all the candidates to please visit our stall. There's a lot of information you'll get there because of the internet connectivity. That is a problem in our state because the internet connectivity communication is very poor in our state, which I in fact highlighted today to our honorable MP also to look into that because that is a lifeline of the digital economy. Now, coming back to we want to democratize the learning of IT education or in emerging technology as well. So there are a lot of free courses that is being offered to the institution starting from a school level to the college level. Now, one of the unique of our NIELIT course is that it is a national skill qualification framework. See, when you go for any interview or job, it is through your skill set you get a job, not through a degree. You might be holding a degree of PhD program, but that will not land you a job nowadays. Please keep in mind that. It is a skill set that is very important. So that those skilling part, NIELIT is trying to impart across the country. All right. Now, if you visit our NBTL, that is also a government website where you can learn a free training with AI. Even in NIELIT platform, we have starting from the level 1 to level 10, we have, see, I'm talking about the National Skill Qualification Framework, where there is a creative mapping. This particular education system was brought from the European countries because if you see, we think that only the people having a degree are getting job. But now the industries are looking for people who have the skill set, right? So we have a level 0 from level 10, which is equivalent to, for example, if you're a graduate, suppose we are taking NSQ level course of short-term courses, where level 6 is equivalent to graduation course. Level 6.5 is equivalent to honor course. So likewise, level 8, 9, 10, level 10 means it is equivalent to your research PhD, the equivalency mapping, right? So we call it informal way of approach. And that is a need of the hour. So there are a lot of courses, that is Coursera, for example, the platform. Of course, we have to pay some amount, but now being we are the government, as of now, a lot of free courses are being offered in our platform as well. Yeah.
Okay, sir, then, does NIELIT provide any campus or hostel accommodation for graduates who enroll in the skill upgrading programs?
Yes, there is a hostel facility, but of course it's very limited. As I said, we are offering, starting from the skilling to the PhD program that we're offering. We also started the BTech and EI, specialized in EI, which we're offering. Currently, we're also offering an MTech in cybersecurity forensic. And NIELIT was a skilling body earlier. Of course, we were offering formal courses earlier affiliated to other universities, but last year, NIELIT is the only institution in the country where they have given a special category where we have to run only the specialized course. So unlike other universities where they're offering BTech in computer science engineering, but here we are offering BTech in EI specialization, BTech in blockchain, BTech in cybersecurity like that, and so on, MCA, BCA courses we have. So we do offer hostel facility, but that is restricted to the long-term courses as of now.
Sir, then I want to know, sir, this technology is usually for the science background and all. Yes. So how can the arts or music or this humanity background people, students, can utilize the AI or technology?
The question I want to ask to the audience, is it true? How many of you using a technology, AI tools or some other application in your day-to-day life? I'm sure our next speaker, our very successful entrepreneur, I'm sure he's an entrepreneur, but I'm sure he must be using some of way or the other digital platform, right? Some technology, right? Now we think that, yes, few years back, if we talk about AI, it is only for the engineers or technical background. But as I said, AI has democratized, which is access to each one of us, right? Now, for example, you are pursuing an arts or you are pursuing some commerce, right? There are a lot of AI tools or other technology which you can use it effectively. Like, for example, history you can use for digital archiving, for example, storytelling, content creator, right? The advantage for the art students is that they are good at English and communication. Unlike we technical people, we don't know the grammar. Actually, we don't focus much on that. We know only the technical jargon. I mean, most of that is a fact. But whereas if you're from arts or the humanities background, you know about the geography, you know about the history, right? So, I mean, it's everywhere. Now, music, for example. Now, I think, it's famous, right? He's not from the IT background, but he uses the AI to compose the song, right? So you may be an entrepreneur. Like, for example, I just want to give you one example where the Rux, there is one self-help group. It was in Rajasthan, a lady women group. They were used to have design of the carpet. Now, what happened was, all our self-help religious people, the women, they are doing that weaving, using those stuff, designing using pen and paper. So they adapted the technology wherein of course they consulted some of the expert to skill them. Now it is changed from labor to the designer. They use a CAD/CAM and so many other tools, free tools that is being available to design the design of the pattern of the carpet, right? At the same time, you also integrate the AI technology to know the pattern, the trend that is happening in the market, and you also integrate a digital platform. So now they have reached a global market, right? So they are not from the arts background; they are artisans who are working in the village area. So I think it has democratized all of us, irrespective of different stream. Now I want to highlight one of the example which of intervention that NIELIT is initiative. We have set up a first in the northeastern state digital intervention in handloom and handicraft sector in Dimapur. That is first of its kind. That is sponsored by the ministry. Now, wherein we thought that, of course, there are a lot of discussion and debate is going on with us when we initially brought this particular project in Nagaland. They think that they will take away our rights, the design, right? So I said, if you are integrating a technology, how can I take away your rights, your design pattern, right? Say, suppose if you're using technology, it will be much better compared to the hand handicraft, right? Which is very true. I agree with that. So they said they will lose their job. They said artisans will have much design will be stolen, things like that. So many things happen. Compete because, as I said, there's always a resistance when we try to bring some technology, some intervention. Now the project already successfully completed last year in the month of November. So what we did was we first introduced a digital literate to the artisans. We have trained 6,540 artisans across Nagaland. And you know what? Those artisans, they used to do it with the manual paper and craft. So the design that we're doing, it cannot be stored, it cannot be reused again. So whatever pattern that we now they are designing using a small tool like paintbrush. Small things to begin with that. We teach them how to use the mouse, how to save the file, different pattern, different motif, how to design using different tools. Once they store the particular pattern, right? Design belongs to artisans. It is clearly, now we wanted to make it more contemporary so that it can reach out to the larger market, right? Now these artisans, we have slowly digital literacy program introducing a part of AI tools, free AI tools. Now some of the artisans design contemporary using the whatever, because we are rich in different colors, different combinations of the traditional things. It is become some of the product we have sold to the North Korea, our artisan product. The ambassador of the North Korea went from Nagaland, he came and he was looking for some design pattern which is clean and which is, contemporary of a traditional with a contemporary design. So now this particular command facility plug which we have set up in Dimapur is being used by the artisans. Right? We have not taken away, in fact we have enhanced, we have multiplied their productivity, enhanced their creativity using the tools and technology. So AI technology is for everyone. And not only that, NIELIT, as I said, we have a formal course known as a Bachelor of Computer Application, where we have AI, cybersecurity subjects are already there in that. Even we are allowing to take our students, they can go for 4 years integrated program of Bachelor of Computer Application. That is one line. Another thing is after 10 plus 2, we have a non-formal course where we have O level, B level, C level. These are the lateral non-formal courses which non-science students can also undergo such courses. In fact, your office 104 is an alumni. He's an A-level student. The finance guy, I forgot his name. He's also from NIELIT alumni. So he was from arts background, now he's handling all the finance matter. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sir. Sir. NCC, I want to ask you about NCC.
Yes, sure.
NCC emphasizes discipline, leadership, and service to the nation. So, how can such values help the cadets or the students to shape their career in tech?
See, I really admire and appreciate how you are disciplined and you are imbibing, inculcate that kind of leadership qualities in NCC. I salute to all the pioneers who have started this cadet, long back, and that is been, carry on. Now, discipline and leadership is one of the paramount qualities, irrespective of any profession in our life, right? Be it a business, be it a students, be it a professional, without discipline, success is not there in your life. That's for sure, right? Now, when you talk about when you try to, have the discipline in your career, in your technology, right? We work as a team. Now we are living in a world where, in fact, Brigaders mentioned that there has to be conversion of different sectors and different fields. We should not work in silo, right? So if you have a leadership quality, you will try to integrate the people from different domain, different expertise, because I'm a technology expert, he is an entrepreneurial mindset, right? And if you have that kind of leadership quality, you will try to bring in different people to bring some solution, right? Ultimately, the technology that we are using we have to bring some solution of a problem, right? And without discipline, that will not be achieved, right? Discipline also help us to learn, continuous learning in your life, right? Suppose if you have to be fit in your physically, you need to wake up early in the morning, you need to keep on practicing. Suppose if you have to excel something in your career, suppose you want to become an AI translator or something like AI profession, some Indian content writer, you need a practice, right? You need a daily practice of at least for 1 hour. So unless you have a discipline, sometimes you will study, sometimes you will not study, sometimes you will not, attend the courses. But if you have a discipline in your life, that will guide you and it will lead to the success in your life, personal life, as well as in your professional life. So whatever the values that is being inculcated by the NCC, will have a long impact and success in your life.
Sir, that's so true. Sir, then what advice would you like to give to the alumni candidates here who have graduated but yet they are still in search of their career, or like they are still, building their career, sir?
Especially, don't mind, but since I'm also Naga by blood, I know what type of person who we are. We become too complacent in our life. Now, assuming that I have studied for MA, PhD, we think that that is the end of our, learning is complete for his or her. Learning is a lifelong process. Very important, I want to convey to all of you. Today, technology, the tools that you have, it will become outdated. You are alumni, being an alumni, that means you might have graduated in your formal career, maybe in arts or commerce or BTech or whatever that you name it, right? It's a lifelong learning. Now, with the right mindset, a complete lifelong learning, right? And with the proper use of technology, we can excel in many areas. Now, I just want to highlight a little bit, of course, it is a little deviate from the question that you have asked, and in fact, our guest speaker, he will also cover a lot of the entrepreneur part, but I just want to highlight something on the entrepreneurship part, how the AI or technology can help the entrepreneur. Now, we are talking about the unemployment problem in our state, right? But if you see the earning by, please don't mind non-local, please don't mind people from outside who have earned in terms of crore of rupees, right? Fine. Now, in fact, when we try to have a job fair, so many years we have been conducting job fair, the vacancies are around 1,000, 1,500, but hardly only 2-3 people, only 100 people, 60 people are coming for the job fair, right? Now, coming 25, it's just an information to all of you. In collaboration with the National Skill and Entrepreneurship Development under IDANT and NIELIT, we are organizing a mega job fair in Dimapur 21st. So I request all the young people who are graduate or alumni of NCC, you please apply for the job. All the job, there is no big and small job. Of course, our mindset is we always think about the government job. Right? We talk about that only the government job. See, I just want to highlight some of things. We are doing a lot of research program. We are raising AI in healthcare, where we are developing some product in NIELIT, which we will have the first of its kind in the country if we come up with that product. That product is for the detecting of your diseases using the retina, using AI, so protections of your heart disease in future. So that kind of research is undergoing in Kohima, where we're also developing a similar tool like a ChatGPT, but it is only for crime investigation to predict that. Alright, to help the law enforcement for cybercrime investigation. We also developed some of the AI tools, which is an interview simulator, where if you want to appear for some of the interview, you just interact with the AI, right? You just interact, I want to apply for HR, I want to apply for some other job. You just say, and depending on your tone, depending on the way you answer, the AI will predict that, okay, these are the area you need to improve, right? This is some of the research that we have done. And also, we also developing a smart attendance tracking system where, because a lot of this in school, the yoga focus attendance, in order to avoid that, we have a AI-based face detection attendance system that is also being developed by us. And we also have developed a digital platform where a career pathway, you want to interact, I want to become a data analyst or data science or maybe AI content writer. So how to start my career, those things are also being developed with us, by us actually. So NIELIT is a very, multi things that we are area, not only for skilling education, but we also provide a lot of corporate trainings. Now, at the same time, we have, because as I said, we want to promote entrepreneurship and startup. So we have started an incubation center where we are mentoring. You may be from the non-tech entrepreneur or be a tech startup or entrepreneur, doesn't matter. No matter what, technology is a key. if you want to scale up your business. All right? So we have set up an incubation center where we're mentoring them. We are also providing access to the resources that we have. Suppose if, for example, you have developed some tool or some software, you didn't have money to host that one server. We are providing the free access in our cloud server so that you will start your own business using our resources. Such kind of things are also available with us, right? So we have produced around 25 startups in the last 3 years. And some of our startup, the tools that is being developed, this become an official app in the Hornbill Festival as well. That is our own startup, which we are trying to, So we have, as I said, Naga people are very talented, no doubt. We are very good at English, but we are not leveraging the existing technology, right? Anyone sitting at home, you can be a good, good in English, but you try to use some of the technology in that, right? Now, for example, so we have to identify problems. What are the problems that we are facing in our state? I just want to take a very simple example just to, how things started. Uber. Have you heard Uber? Right? So how they have started way back in 2008, right? So they were attending one conference, in the midnight, they were not getting a taxi service. They were so frustrated, right? So midnight, very cold, they are not able to get a taxi to go back to the hotel. So what happened? They thought the idea, why not, in our hands, if we just click, a taxi will come and pick up and drop in the hotel. That was the idea. So all of the frustration, that was a problem. Right? The similar thing, whatever the problem, that being with a local, we know it could be an art, handloom handicraft, it could be in agri-tech, it could be in different areas. We have to identify a problem first. Right? Then the idea comes second. So way back in 2008, they have identified the problem, and out of frustration, they come up with that idea. Now, what they did was, they come up with the idea to integrate the existing technology. They have not created any technology at all, right? They use GPS, they use the mobile phone, they use the cloud service, right? And they use some data analytic tools to make it more efficient in order to know the connecting with the driver and the customer. And now they are the global leader in the transportation services, right? First start with the problem, the idea, then scale up to the integrating technology, and you become a successful businessman or entrepreneur, right? So we have to start with a small, very small thing. So be it any stream from your arts or science, commerce. For example, for commerce students, a fintech, right? Fintech is very important, right? So likewise, for every stream, every be it you're from arts or humanities crowd, there is an opportunity if you have that kind of idea. So the idea should come from your end, and you have to consult with the expert. You need to skill yourself attending some different skill courses, because you need to have that, at least some idea. You may not be a technologist, I don't want you to have a degree, but at least you should know how to use a technology, right? So by enrolling some of the existing like NIELIT and other institutions, you can skill up. Then you can take the mentoring of the startup incubation. Now in Nagaland, we have incubation center around 4 or 5 across the Nagaland, right? So you can take the help of that and you become an entrepreneur. So why I'm insisting so much here, because whenever I interact with the young people, we say we should be the employment generator, right? Nagaland has the highest number of the government employee, the ratio if you see in Nagaland, right? And it is exhausted anymore. Right? So unless the young people like us start a startup or entrepreneurship, I'm really glad that like the people like here, ID, the owner, I think he must be employed, but more than 100 employed. He is an employment generator. We should be grateful to him. People like him, right? We need the people like him, like people young who are sitting here. Tomorrow we want to be an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur, so you can contribute to the economy of the state. Using a technology, different AI tools that is being available. Everything is in your hand nowadays. You need some mentoring, you need some guidance, that's it.
So then, in today's advancing or rapidly changing in technologies, we see that many young people are aspired to learn more about technology, but they are overwhelmed, sir. So, what technological skills should they focus on in their school and college years?
See, it all depends on choice, right? And there is no, if I talk about cybersecurity will remain forever. AI for security, security for AI, right? Cybersecurity that we're talking about. AI will be there, no doubt, right? The generation, every generation has one technology, and AI is a technology for generation, right? It has reshaping the entire, the way we learn, the way we interact, the way we, using this AI technology. So you can learn skill in AI, right? Cybersecurity is also very important, right? Of course, the quantum is coming where, of course, it's a very, very far off blockchain we have. And not only that, I wanted to highlight some of the important, courses. We have AI creative content, AI for business, okay, and AI for digital marketing. Such course we have launched recently, which is sponsored by the Science and Technology Ministry of Science and Technology, which NIELIT is implementing that course. So that is for the final year students who are undergoing a final year, and that, of course, we didn't. The moment we introduced that course, it was for 1,040 financially. It was only launched last week, and the complete seat is full now, 1,000 students. So because see, using AI, as I said, irrespective of any technology domain that we are looking for, AI is a must. So it's a digital skill set, of course. Digital, if you don't know anything about, don't jump directly with the AI, but there are so many level of courses that we offer, like basic courses. We have a graphic designing, multimedia, animation, you just name it. So it all depends on your interest. I cannot say you go for cybersecurity, I will go for depending on your area of interest. There are ample of courses that is available in your doorstep. So, I mean, it's your choice. I mean, I cannot say you go for this, you go for that. But all the courses are important, depending on your requirement, depending on your future that you are planning.
Yes, sir. We are running out of time, but I would like to ask more questions. So what message would you like to give to the audience and the students and cadets here, sir?
As I said earlier, the only way, if you want, is we are living in a very fast-changing world, and the only way to survive in this world, keep on learning. The future belongs to who can learn, unlearn, and relearn. Future belongs to those people, right? And I want to emphasize that don't be complacent. Like, I have taken this particular course, I'm enough. No, not at all. Every day, I'm looking after Assam and Nagaland. I'm a director for 2 states. At the same time, I'm also seeing the entire Northeast project, whatever the ICT projects that coming to our state, to our ministry, I'm the one who's handling for the 8 states. In spite of that, I try to give some time to learn something every day. Otherwise, I'll be lagging behind. And I'm in that field where the technology changed like a fashion. We are very fond of fashion. Nagaland are very fond of fashion, right? Same way in learning, skilling is a need of the hour. Lifelong learning. Continue learning, and definitely once you have the skill set, there is no trade-off job or vacancy or avenues in the life. It may not be a job, but you can able to start entrepreneurship, startup. See, earlier we need a huge capital to start a business, but nowadays things have changed. We need only some, for example, if you are good content creator, you need only a laptop, you need only a mobile phone, some internet connectivity, that's it, just to begin with. Right? I have a lot of other examples, but since he's running short of time, I will not speak more. Huh? It's good to speak, with the young people, no? So I'll tell you one example. Mr. Faisal, he's from slum area from Mumbai. Way back in 2000, I think way back in 2008, something like I don't exactly remember the date. He was earning a 50 rupees a day as working in a restaurant, okay, just to earn to meet their business slum area. But you know what he did was he's not from technical background, right? Now what he did was he just had a mobile phone and he's being a slum, staying in slum area means they are not a good family, right? Now what he did was he tried to create some comedy, kind of thing and put it real in the YouTube and Facebook like that. Slowly people realizing the likes about his video, okay, the reels that we're talking about, right? And in terms of millions of flowers will become a celebrity. Now today he's at peak of almost 45 years. This current thing. He started no capital, no investment. Whatever the tools and the this kind of very talented. So we need to adapt. Adaptability is very important. Okay. Now if we talk about the Nokia, why there is not in the market? Because they have not adapted to the change of technology, right? The Nokia phone. There was a target in the market. Why there is not in the market Nokia phone now? Because they changed that, they were complacent with what they had. Okay, whatever the keypad phone that they have, but now people were talking about this touch screen, with the smart operating systems, and now they have completely gotten off the market. Now, if you're not changing, if you're not adapting to the changes, you will leave behind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I believe everyone here have learned something from sir, and I believe, again, from today onwards, we will start or we will utilize that AI to bring a change in the future. Sir, before we end this podcast, what are your thoughts on signing the MOU, which would strengthen our collaboration? Could you please give some details to everyone here?
All right. When the Brigadier sir and all the officers they visited, I think it was 2 weeks back, right? Somewhere you visit my institution, the Brigadier sir and all of you. I think it's 2 weeks back you have visited. So, as I said, we had a lot of discussion, and yes, you have been doing other activities, but the thought process, like, why don't we also skill them in basics of AI or IoT or some of the content creations, things like that. So NIELIT is there for the young people. As I said, we have almost 10 lakhs per month. Students are appearing examination every month across the globe, across the country. NIELIT, that is a capacity. Right? You name any technology. Now, not only that, the first quantum and AI university is going to set up in Amravati. It was our Director General and Chief Minister, Honorable Chandra Naidu, they have sent an MOU. The first quantum and AI university of NIELIT will be set up in Amravati. So NIELIT is taking a leap forward in this technology area, and we are the one who are spearheading all this technology-related skilling in the state and across the country. Why not our young NCC can also take avail that kind of opportunity, and that is the content of this MOU. We are there, whatever skill set, be it creative, technology, be it anything, you just name it. Depending on your interest, we have designed a curriculum because we are very flexible in that, right? Of course, there will be an assessment. Now, if you visit our website, most of our these are the virtual platforms there, virtual lab. So we also developed one platform where a simulation lab where we have a red team, blue team, and purple team. The attacker, cyber attack, the defender, as well as who will mitigate those kind of threats. That platform we have developed by the NIELIT. Red team is an attacker, cyber attack. Have you heard cybercrime? Yes. We also developed one ICSC app, which is a multilingual app where we have in 16 Naga dialect, with all the Indian major language, Marathi, Telugu, Gujarati, Bengal, everything that is there, and 7 foreign language. It was launched in G20 Summit and way back in 2022, which is available free gamification through learning interactive learning. Through games, you can learn cybersecurity because no one will escape from this cyber threat. Be it small students, be it all age, I think no one is safe from this cyber threat. Very, very important concept that we have developed. It is available both in the app as well as Google, this one, Android. You can download it, it's free. And you can have a quiz combination is also there, which we can learn. So all this, we are going to integrate it in our curriculum also. And I'm sure that it will empower our NCC cricket, not only your other aspect, but even technologically, we want to skill our NCC. That is the content of this email.
Thank you, sir, for explaining. Now, I would kindly request our group commander, Brigadier Shantana B. Menkar, to join us for the signing of MOU.
Excuse